Welcome to another edition of Handicap Born Black in America. I'm your host, Ramon Roan, and this is messages being brought to you by Judicial Freedom Riders Incorporated. We're a nonprofit organization. Our mission is to reform our justice system. For most of us who have any experience with our justice system, be it civil or criminal, and you are a minority, you know how unfair it is. The title of this message is Rapper Lil Boosie says African Americans is the worst race. Before you would seek to judge this young man for exercising his rights, First Amendment rights, let's examine what he says. It reads, I feel, this is Boosie speaking, I feel like African American is the worst race in the world. First of all, we kill each other, he explains. The white man ain't waiting in your bushes with a chopper. The white man ain't trying to take off the rims off your car. The white man ain't doing this to each other. So how can we say F the white man? He ain't doing nothing. And when we get in trouble, he's doing his job. Now that's some deep stuff for you. He's doing his job. Wow. Now let's examine it. We're killing each other. Of the murders that are committed in the United States, 49% of those murders, I think in 2011, I recall it's around a little over 16,000 murders. Of the 16,000 murders in 2011, 49% of those murders were black. And of the murders that were black, over 90% of the homicides, the black homicides, were perpetrated by black suspects, blacks killing blacks. Over 90%. Over 90%. Now, is Brother Boosie right or is he wrong? Because if you want to think about it, is that they said, look, the Ku Klux Klan didn't even kill that many blacks. They didn't. So now we're killing each other like that. And he's saying like we're the worst race because we're killing each other. The white man ain't killing each other at that kind of alarming rate. 49% of the homicides are African Americans in this country. We only make up 14% of the population. And this is always an issue of mine, the abortion issue. Of all the abortions committed in America, we make up 35% of the abortions in this country. So when this brother saying we're the worst race, well, if you compare it to the other races, there is some, you can understand that he has a valid point. It's not self-hatred that he has, but maybe the blacks as a whole, there's a self-hatred. And he's just giving a label to it. No other race kills himself as much as we do, or we're talking about aborting babies. We're not even just talking about murder, murder after the womb. Boy, in the womb, the innocent child is murdered at an alarming rate, 35%. I believe that, and I don't want to get into the abortion issue, but a black woman is 4 times more likely to abort her child than a white woman. So I would say that we may criticize Mr. Boosie, Lil Boosie, but however, let's examine the facts. Let's examine the issue. And that's what he's saying. I mean, you know, it's very difficult to, in some places, and he's coming from New Orleans. New Orleans is a corrupt city as well. I mean, think about it. New Orleans just sent their mayor to prison. It's a corrupt city, a lot of murdering going on there, and this is what this brother sees. I don't live in New Orleans. I've been there maybe once, but he's living in New Orleans, and this is what he sees on a daily basis. And he comes and he's seen other races, and it doesn't happen like that. So, look, he's practicing, he's exercising freedom of speech. Do I agree with him? Nope. But however, he has that right. I do not judge that man. I do not judge him. There's only one judge, and we all, whether you believe it or not, we all will have to meet that judge one day. Especially those racists that are quote unquote call themselves Christians. Nonetheless, this has been another edition of Handicap Born Black in America. I'm your host, Ramon Roan. Please visit our website at www.jfrinc.org. You can also Facebook me at Ramon Roan. And until the next time, may God bless you and may God bless America.